An exclusive tonight from our NBC Chicago investigative team. The first interview with the newly installed U.S. Attorney in Chicago, Andrew Boutros.
Our investigative reporter Chuck Gowdy has interviewed the last 8 top federal prosecutors in Chicago, spanning decades. And tonight, Chuck joins us for his sit-down with Boutros. Chuck.
Stephen, Marion, during our exclusive hour with U.S. Attorney Andrew Boutros, he described himself as the crime buster first and foremost. The wide-ranging face-to-face zeroed in on Chicago street violence, drug cartels, the outfit and other organized crime, political corruption and human trafficking. And I asked him how he got the job in the first place when he wasn't on the official nominee list sent to President Trump, who went off list and named Boutros to the post last April.
There's no shortage of serious federal crimes for us to prosecute.
But tonight, U.S. Attorney Andrew Boutros says there has been a dreadful shortage of actual prosecutions in recent years. Judicial data Boutros cited shows the number of federal cases brought here before he took office put Chicago with the worst record in America, 94th out of 94 federal judicial districts in key prosecution metrics such as total cases and cases per prosecutor.
We're doing a top-down review of everything to see what is working, what is not working, what can we do better.
And there is another shortage here at the Dirksen Federal Building, according to Boutros. Prosecutors themselves.
We have less than 90, and that's both in Rockford and in Chicago. We should have closer to probably 140.
What's happened?
Well, since in the last half decade, there have been a lot of departures for various reasons, to and including with DOJ, to and including the summer of 2020 and thereafter, and there just hasn't been a lot of hiring. And so we've been running a deficit in terms of prosecutors, and the numbers are we're down about 40 to 50 prosecutors.
Tonight, Boutros commends those who are on the job, starting to do more with less, targeting drug violence, public corruption, human trafficking, and criminal undocumented immigrants. And a sneak preview from him of an upcoming initiative with the FBI to stop this, cartage thefts from freight trains by well-organized criminal groups.
It's obviously organized. 25 people don't descend, Chuck, on a rail car area and also know that what is potentially in the rail car without it either having an inside job or there being, a pretty sophisticated amount of organization to it.
There was only one question Mr. Boutros declined to discuss: why he was selected by President Trump, despite not being on the list of nominees prepared by Illinois Republican Congressman Darren LaHood.
Chuck, I'm just not going to get into that. I'm now the permanent U.S. Attorney, and so talking about the history and talking about that subject, I don't think gets us anywhere.
Philosophically speaking, as a manager, do you want people to look at your office and say, that's Andrew Boutros' U.S. Attorney's office? Or do you want people to say, that's the Chicago U.S. Attorney's office where Andrew Boutros is in charge?
Yeah, it's the latter, obviously. I mean, this is the people's office. This is the people's office. I just happen to be sitting in that chair for this period of time, which is obviously an honor of a lifetime.
Even with a diminished workforce, crime buster Boutros says caseloads and indictments are up significantly since he took office. And despite a hiring freeze at the Justice Department, Boutros says he's obtained special permission from DOJ to hire new prosecutors here. So with the help wanted sign out, an internal memo obtained by NBC Chicago shows Boutros last week invited former and retired federal prosecutors to consider returning to the office and filling out a job application. The full interview on our NBC Chicago YouTube channel and the NBC Chicago app. Stephen?
Quite the legacy in that office right there.
Sure is.
All right, Chuck, thank you so much. We appreciate it.